What would Memorial Day be without a cocktail?
Boring.
Boring.
So here to teach us how to make a world-class libation this holiday
Yes.
is the man they call America's top mixologist, Brian Van Flandern. Welcome to Arise.
That's certainly a pleasure.
And start pouring.
Let's get down to
I have to
business.
ask him at least one question first.
Okay.
So how did you become America's top mixologist? Was it a reality show competition that we mixed?
No. Actually, I opened up a restaurant with Chef Thomas Keller in 2004 called Per Se.
The legendary Thomas Keller.
The
we
legendary
should say.
Thomas Keller. And then I started competing around the world, and I was ranked #2 in the world at one time. And then I write cocktail books. And then I did a show on the Food Network, and they called me America's top mixologist.
Well, help me here. This term mixologist, I feel like we've been hearing it like regularly in the last 10 years.
Sure.
Are you something more than a bartender?
It's a great question. You know, in the last, since before Prohibition, before 1930, being a bartender was a profession that was highly respected, like a cobbler or a pharmacist. And then for the last 100 years, last 80 years, it's been sort of a transitional job. And only in the last 10, 15 years, we're seeing the best bartenders are emulating the great chefs. They're getting farm-to-table ingredients, and they're sourcing it. They're making great, balanced, fresh cocktails. So it's a whole culinary art form. It's
So
just
it's
emerging.
a movement. It's an evolved movement.
It's a global movement.
So how did you get into the libation business?
Hey, I came to New York to be an actor years ago, and I gave up on that a long time.
Well, I was going to say bartending is the gateway to acting, is it not?
I guess so. I mean, a lot of people do, and that's exactly it. It was a transitional job.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing that the best bartenders in the world, they get to travel the world. I've been in 40 countries around the world. I filled up a couple passports. People are highly in demand to making great cocktails.
So what is your cocktail of choice?
Well, I always say the one in my hand.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
But if you had to kick back and you had to only make one cocktail for yourself, what would that be?
Well, the cocktail I used to do at Per Se, I used to make my own tonic water from scratch. So classic gin and tonic is the way to go.
Well, and so you say from scratch.
Yes, I use raw quinine, fresh lime juice, and a little bit of cane sugar. Put it all together with some seltzer, and it just goes together really nice with a good gin. In fact, today our cocktail we're using a London dry gin. This is Plymouth from London.
Sounds like a transition.
Yeah, you like that?
Okay,
all right.
yes.
So in honor of Memorial Day,
Yes.
in honor of all of our troops out there, we want to thank them all. Chef Jeffrey Zakarian from Iron Chef and myself, we've recently renovated the Palm Court at the Plaza Hotel, the famous Plaza.
Yes.
And we've got some new cocktails here. And these are some classic Tiki Cocktails.
Tiki
They're
cocktails.
my variations that honor the fall in the South Pacific over the years. But this one's made with gin.
All right.
We're going to use a little bit of Chartreuse. This is yellow Chartreuse, which is like a very herbaceous liqueur.
Now, what is that? So that is liquor.
That's a liqueur.
They make it in north of Provence. It actually has 80 different herbs and botanicals. Nobody knows the exact. Only 2 people in the world know the recipe.
Are you one of them?
I'm not. I asked. They wouldn't tell me. They're monks. They've taken a vow of silence. And this is a little velvet Falernum. And velvet Falernum is very sweet. It's like spices, baking spices with rum and a little bit of lime.
Velvet Falernum. That sounds fancy.
Sounds delicious.
It's available at your local liquor store there. Just ask for Velvet Falernum.
Okay.
A little simple syrup and then fresh squeezed lime juice. And I gotta tell you, fresh is the key.
Is that the answer? You squeeze it
Absolutely.
fresh and...
No roses lime for you, huh?
Not for me. The Rose's Lime Cordial has its place in history, but not for making great fresh cocktails.
Okay.
So now talk about the ice. How important is the ice, I would think, for
Look
a
at this.
mixologist? Yeah, this is like... There's something special going on here.
Mixologists like larger ice cubes because we can control the rate of dilution, and so it has less surface area.
Okay.
So we put that on there. Oops, put that in there. Give it a firm smack.
Whoa.
And we say, shake it, don't fake it, and smile. Right?
Shake it.
Gotta get your hips in there, right?
Shake it, don't fake it. Shake it, don't fake it.
All
Shake
right.
it,
And when it's-
don't fake it. Ooh, that was fun.
And here's the thing. A lot of people don't know, when you make a great cocktail, the key is just balancing the acid, sugar, and alcohol. So I always like to taste my cocktails just to make sure they're balanced.
A little bit.
I like to taste them too.
How's
that works for me. Yeah.
Balance?
Absolutely.
All
So
right.
then we're going to pour it. Now this is, I forgot the most important ingredient.
What is that?
Fresh, squeezed Hawaiian pineapple juice.
Oh,
There we go.
So that's the
Don't-
sweet and the tart.
Don't use the canned stuff. You got to use fresh. And so now we're going to go ahead and pour that in.
And where
Make
do
our
we get
adjustment.
that from? The fresh? A grocery store?
What you do is
place?
go out and buy a fresh
Now we-
Hawaiian pineapple and then just put it through your juicer.
Oh.
Oh, so this becomes then a romantic situation?
This is a cocktail for two that we serve at the Plaza. And you can see we've even branded the front with the double P's of the Plaza Hotel.
That's so cool.
Just get
and
right
you
in
serve
there.
it in this pineapple?
We serve it in the pineapple for two.
Okay.
And it's so much fun. Go ahead.
So if you
I was saying-
you can't get to Hawaii, you can come to the Plaza.
Exactly.
I love
the
it.
Palm Court at the Plaza
I'm drinking
Hotel.
for one.
You're drinking for one. I'm so jealous. I'm watching you right now, and I
not a
just
good
want to
time.
dive in.
Not a good time for you, young mommy, right?
It's not fair.
May I say it's the best. It's like the perfect blend of sweet and tangy.
A little
and tropical.
herbaceousness.
Oh, and there's spice.
A spice, a little baking spice. It's like it plays to every part of the palate.
Oh, it smells divine.
God bless America. God bless America. That's wonderful. Thank
Okay,
you.
what
Now,
else
do you have
have you got
another
for
one?
us?
I have one
Yes.
other one quickly. This one is, again, yeah, you can hold on to that. This one we're using in we actually have these Tiki Cocktails. These Tiki glasses are made at the Plaza. Each one's individually handmade. And he has the front has the double P of the Plaza Hotel there.
Do we get to take that away with us as a souvenir?
You know, they're available
That
absolutely
should
at the
be a
gift shop.
takeaway,
That's
yeah.
nice.
You
Okay.
guys know me. There might be something special there.
Ooh.
Anyway, what we do is for this one, what we're going to do is take a little bit of a blend of light and dark rum.
Okay.
And I'm using a
Love
rum from
rum.
Barbados. Yes, rum is so good.
Okay.
And we're going to use a little bit of dark rum as well.
So what do you
Nice.
say? Is that Barbadosian or is it Bayesian? What do you say with Barbados? I always wondered, because it's rum from Barbados,
You
right?
say rum. Next.
Exactly. I just say rum man.
Rum.
Now that's a little bit of Angostura bitters, cocktail
Bitters,
bitters.
okay.
And then again, we have that fresh lime and sugar. Lime and sugar is so magical and goes so well with rum. And then finally, and this is the key secret ingredient.
What is
We're
that?
going to add our ice. We're going to shake it up over ice.
Yeah.
But then we're going to add
Shake it up, Dan.
fresh ginger beer. And ginger beer tastes so good in cocktails. All right, it's shaking time.
Ready?
All right.
Shake it, don't fake it. Shake it, don't fake it.
Shake it,
fake
and don't forget to
Shake it, don't
smile.
fake it.
All right.
Shake what your mama gave you. Oh, sorry.
No.
Taking it back.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Okay.
That's. You guys are fun to
Now
hang
we're
with.
getting you excited. Here.
I am.
Now we're getting excited. Now the party can begin.
What do you think?
Oh, this is so good. You guys are gonna love this. I don't
Did
want.
that do
I don't
the
want.
right thing?
I don't want to spoil it for you. Now this one, and we're gonna pop it off with a
And
little
then you
fresh
top it
ginger
with the
beer.
ginger beer.
Yes. There you go. You can see it almost foaming over.
And you just let it do
And
that.
I always like to put a little rosemary sprig in there. You can use fresh mint, but rosemary is also very aromatic and it gives a
Yes.
little extra something. So give that a taste.
Let's see what the extra something will
Tell
do.
me, tell me
3,
it's
2.
not good. Tell me it's horrible.
It sucks so good.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It sucks so good.
Oh my God, you gotta, come on. There will come a time when you can return to the cocktail. Do you smell that?
It smells divine.
Do you smell it? It's so
smells-
fresh.
It
Lime,
smells like a
rum,
vacation.
sugar, bitters, and ginger beer. It's so good. This is called a red rum swizzle. It's a classic. It's available at the Plaza Hotel at the Palm Court. It's really, really tasty.
This
A
is
red rum
awesome.
swizzle.
Originally, you have a little red rum, and that's served over crushed ice. So you don't have that little swizzle stick going on.
So how do we find you? I mean, I think it's going to be important that we find you when
Yes.
Lola can drink again.
You're my new best. You're my new best friend.
I'm available anytime, but I'll tell you this. You come by the Palm Court any night of the week. If I'm not there, the bar staff is phenomenal. They're top-notch, some of the best bartenders in the country, and they will make you any of these cocktails and more. We have a whole list, especially for Memorial Day to our troops. Thank you all for serving, and it's an honor and a privilege.
And
Well,
thank you for
you.
serving us today.
Thank you,
Brian
yes.
Flandern, thank you so much for being here. Please come again anytime.
Certainly my pleasure.
All right. You're watching Rise Entertainment 360. We'll be right back.
Cheers.
I want some.